So, good morning, everybody. Uh, just yes. So today I'm going to explain you what all are the environments, sandbox, and type of sandbox we have in Salesforce. And relatedly, we will see what all are the interviews questions, right? What exactly the interviewer will ask related to the sandbox. So I have created this PPT kind of thing that I will explain you how internally every company works. So let's start. So first is, what is the environment? So basically, environment is an instance of force.com, and what we do, actually we basically build or customize the existing application on top of force.com. So in generally there are three type of environment. First one is production environment, developer environment, and testing environment. So in production environment, we have a business logic plus live data. Okay, and in development org, where we usually develop the things, in that we have our business logic, but no live data, right? So when we develop anything, so we have a different environment. So without disturbing any uh, product data, we are developing the things in developer orgs. Now the third is a testing environment, where basically QA team or a UAT team will test the data in testing environment with sample data, right? It is basically for testing purpose. Now coming to the point, in Salesforce we have a sandboxes, right? So exactly, sandbox, all the sandbox are identically copy with the production. Like they can have a metadata, or they can have a metadata with data. There might be a partial data or a full copy sandbox. There are many things. So actually Salesforce has designed in three type of means work that we can perform, like for development or testing, right? For development or testing, and the third one is training activity. Okay, so basically all the sandbox are copy of the production. Now there are four type of sandboxes. First is developer sandbox. So what happened in developer sandbox, it is copy of the production, but production will not give any data to developer sandbox. It is designed for basically for development to a individual developer, that he can develop the any functionality in the Salesforce. So by default Salesforce give 200 MB space for data space and as well as file space to develop the things. And the refresh time is how many times the he can refresh it from the production. That is a one time in a day. If you will try to two time or three time, it won't allow you. So from this you can refresh it one in a day. So 200 MB is a very big data, right? So to develop the things, it is much better, because you will develop the things and you will do your unit testing. Now developer pro sandbox, same, identical copy of the production, metadata only, and no data from production. Now it is designed for development unit testing, and you can also do the integrity testing, right? Because in developer pro sandbox, multiple people will work. It's a group of people will work together. So suppose if let me show you this one in next slide. Let me explain you. And data space is 1 GB, file space is 1 GB, and refresh time is same. So what the difference? The difference between developer sandbox and developer pro sandbox is, main major differences, in developer sandbox one developer will work on one sandbox. Means if one people is working on Suppose in one functionality, the functionality one. So in Developer Pro, many peoples are working in a different uh, functionality in one module, related to one module. Now coming to the partial copy sandbox. Partial copy sandbox means it is also a replica of production, but it consists sample data. Sample data means related data. It 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 holds 10,000 record in one object, right? And it is basically used for testing, except load and performance testing. You cannot perform or load test how it works, how the performance is the organization. You cannot do that, but rest of all the testing you can do it. It is also known as UAT, user acceptance test. And if you will see the data space, right, data space is 5 GB, file space is 5 GB, and the refresh time is one time in 5 days. Now we will come to the full copy sandbox. Actually, it costs almost same as to the production. If your company is going to buy the full copy sandbox, it is almost lump sum like that only. But here you can do all the text testing except load and performance testing, right? It is also known as staging object, and the data space and file space is almost same as the production, no change. And the refresh time is 29 days. In 29 days only one time you can refresh it. Now how in general systems, in a general company, how they are working, what's the process, how they are doing it. So I have created this one to explain you that this is a developer sandbox. So developer 1, developer 2, developer 3, they all are working in different sandboxes, and they will send their data through, might be the Copado, Chainset, and they will deploy their changes in QA. So QA is nothing but a developer pro sandbox. Got it? Quality assurance, it means it's a developer pro sandbox, and this is a developer sandbox. Now going forward, when the QA is completed their testing, they will move the code to UAT. Here you will get a partial copy sandbox. Here basically the BAs who is really going to test your functionality from the business side will test here. Here they will get almost some kind of data, right? Data means those data is related to the production, because in every object they will receive almost 10,000 record per object, so the testing will be very comfortable, means related to the data only, right? So testing is good, and it is done by the mostly from the business side. Now the data will, sorry, now the metadata or data will come to the full copy testing. Full copy testing means it's a staging object, right? So here you have a complete data as you have in production. So you can perform here like load testing, or you can perform the performance testing, and the all the relevant testing you can do it, and then you can finally send your change set or data or metadata in production. This is our overall hierarchy, that how means how one minute. This is a full copy sandbox, not testing. Let me correct it. Uh, It's a full copy sandbox. Okay, so okay, maybe some changes are there. Let me redesign it. Sandbox. Okay. So this is a complete structure at how a company is working, right? There might be a chance that from the UAT you can directly move to the production. There might be a chance, but it is not a good practice. It is not a good practice that you directly send the data from UAT to production. So it should be follow this process. So I think now it will be a more clear to you what is the developer sandbox, what is the developer pro sandbox, what is the partial copy sandbox, what is the full copy testing sandbox. again it's coming, it's okay. And then it ends production instance. Finally we have to put our complete metadata in production only, right? This is overall how the sandbox is behaving in Salesforce. Now we are coming to the production full component, this one. So what are the interview questions that interview will ask related to the sandboxes? So basically first question come in your mind, what's a sandbox? So basically sandbox is nothing but exactly a replica of your production. It may holds your metadata when metadata and or metadata with data. There might be just metadata with data. So how to create the sandboxes? So we can create our sandbox from the production only. We don't have another option. So production only we can create our sandboxes. So what is a deployment? So deployment means moving your metadata from one environment to another environment is called deployment. Example, if you are trying to move the Apex classes, batches, triggers, or a page layout, or lightning, or anything except data, is called metadata. That you are pushing your metadata from one org to different org. Metadata means this one only: Apex classes, batches, trigger, Visual Force pages, field, object. These all are your metadata. Now, what's the migration? Migration means now this time we have to only move the data, not metadata. This is called migration. So the different type of sandbox that I have already explained there. We have a 4 type of sandbox, like developer sandbox, developer pro, partial copy, and full copy sandbox. So you can explain it. So what is the meaning of refreshing in sandbox? So refreshing means when you want to update your org. Suppose you want to update your sandbox, developer sandbox org. So you have to refresh it from sandbox, from the production. So I have shown you what is the time limit. Like in developer sandbox, you have means 1 day, you can do it one time. Developer pro, same, means in 1 day you can refresh one time, but in developer pro you can refresh in one time in a 5 days. But in next in is full copy sandbox, for in 29 days you are able to refresh it one time. So this is how that you can refresh it. Refresh means if you will refresh the developer sandbox, then it will refresh only your metadata. Whatever it is there in the production, it will override it. Right? So before doing this process, you have to keep the backup of your org. If you have anything extra or you have created something new, so you have to keep a backup before doing the refresh, because it will not maintain any copy. Okay, so once it will override, it means your existing metadata will finish. It will be no more available for you. Okay, then the last is, what is the URL means you are using uh, for testing environment. So the link is test.salesforce.com. So this is all, and please drop me the mail if you require this PPT. I will forward you, and please like, subscribe, and share my video. So I'm going to create another series of this for configuration site, that everyone can be fresh. Try to means be refresh with all these modules, all these configuration chapters. So thank you very much.